Hey Sagittarius, your August tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your theme is timing, and it is represented by this unusual dead man's fingers mushroom, which is unique because it lives so much longer than other mushrooms. So this can talk about going through life utilizing different paces, whether it's like patience for an opportunity, slow and steady wins the race, or anticipating where an opportunity is going to be before it arrives so you can arrive at the same time. But it's also about honoring cycles and how life's cycles don't always conform to our timing. And while you don't necessarily have to conform to those cycles, you can work at night, but you might find that when you do, you can conserve a lot of energy or get more or go further with less output. Now, to get more information, I have pulled 3 clarifiers. So first you have the Ace of Wands, and so impulses and how sometimes we have to control ourselves around them, and others, they're the impetus to do something that we know we need to, but we haven't had the momentum or the strength the rest of the time. Sometimes when there's an open door, that's when to go through because it's going to close. So it's kind of having to navigate that. There's a fine line of discernment to walk there, and there's a lot to play around with philosophically. This is also a card commonly associated with sexual desire, and the timing of that is not always the most opportune. So to be very mindful of timing when it comes to your activities. Now, second, you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Patience. You might have been tending to something for a very long time that might feel like it's never going to sprout, it's never going to flourish or bear fruit. Now might not be the best time to give up and to uproot it because it might be so close to revealing some sort of progress for you. Now, third, you have the Two of Cups. So timing will play an important role in your closest connections. Quite possibly romantic with that Ace of Wands there, but not necessarily, not for everyone. Timing of bringing up certain conversations, timing of plans, timing of when you can finally be together, meeting someone at just the right time. That theme is going to show up at some point in one of your key connections. Okay, getting into your week-to-week forecast. Week 1, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and so flow state and mastery of something. Timing will be a thing of second nature during this period because your timing improves the more that you do something, the more of an expert you become, the more muscle memory you build. So it's a time of diligent dedication to your craft, whatever that might be. Now, week 2, you have the Sun. Best time for pretty much anything. This spells good luck in all areas of your life. And so if you're wondering the best time to do such and such, the likelihood of this being that is high. Things are at their clearest here, and it's a good time for reveals, debuts, being seen, having fun, connecting to joy or to your inner child. It's just kind of a good luck charm kind of week. Now, week 3, you have the Page of Wands. So there you could see your impulsivity come up and start to ramp up. Some of it good, some of it not so much. So this is a time for learning. Like I was kind of saying at the beginning, recognizing positive versus negatively charged impulses, which to follow through on, which to exert some kind of discipline over. Look at them in the greater context in terms of timing and ask yourself if it's appropriate or not. Is this a do or die, go now, or say your, speak your truth, or whoever forever hold your peace kind of moment? Or is it like, this is stupid, I need to hold back? Week 4, you have the Chariot, another great card of positive momentum. So some of these impulses you have in week 3, if you can hang on and develop more of a strategy or a plan, you can channel that energy more successfully here so that it gets you more intended results and fewer unintended or random ones. So you top out the month looking victorious and accomplished and ready to charge head on into September. Now, for career and finance, you have from the Literary Tarot the Wheel of Fortune, represented by the novel Vanity Fair, and the World, represented by L'Amour d'Arthur, I think is how you pronounce that. So we're definitely looking at making use of cycles, the way I was kind of discussing at the beginning, when it comes to timing and the Swiss watch that is your life. So for the self-employed, something needs to close out or loose ends need to be tied up in order to navigate some chaos more smoothly. It's like you don't want a bunch of things hanging out there because they get like caught up in the spokes of the wheel. And I'm also hearing a closed system, whatever that means to someone. And I'm also hearing it's all you. there's like a circularity with the wheel here, and that the Arthurian round table, something self-sustaining, chaos in, chaos out, order in, order out. I don't know. It's weird. It's like you're breathing your own air. Keep it clean. I don't know. It's coming through so random and yet so oddly specific. But also, there's a proper time to end something, and getting that right determines whether or not you'll have to start over or it can be done. There is also a capriciousness to factors that are outside of your control, and so avoid giving too much control of your operations to third parties. Centralize, I'm hearing. Now, for those that are employed in an organization, things might align for you for the successful completion of a project or contract, and there could also be a lot of organizational shifts and changes around you. And if you can demonstrate some sort of ability to surf it or dance with it, adapt, or just kind of remain unruffled, you could see yourself rewarded or elevated within the next year. Now, for both groups, there is an element of fate here that anything ending is a huge level up that has to happen, no matter how rude of an awakening it might be in the moment. And also, there is a bubble energy. I'm feeling like a bubble where you contain your whole universe in the center of the wheel of chaos, where it can remain unaffected. Again, centralization and not leaving a bunch of threads loose that can get caught up. All right, so for love, you have the moon with the chariot. Oh, again, you have the chariot twice. Forward motion and victorious leveling up. So for couples, you are both very emotionally driven right now, thinking and operating with your hearts and your subconscious motives. It could feel like unseen forces are at play that are aligning you and harmonizing your frequencies. You just kind of click right now, but I can see shared dreaming, connecting on subconscious levels. There's a lot below the surface driving this relationship that you can explore, and I just wouldn't take it for granted that it's all positive. Not that it is bad, but that understanding it will keep you in the driver's seat around it. So it, like, to avoid unexpected expressions of things like childhood wounds or unmet needs. Now for singles, know your unconscious motives if you are diving into the dating pool, because your shadow self will always be trying to pull strings. I mean, that's true for everyone, all of us, all the time. That's not like unique to your situation right now. That's just kind of something to be aware of. There is explosive energy coming from this right now, and it's very exciting. It's very fast moving. There's a lot to get caught up in here, and it can take on a life of its own if you aren't peering below the surface to ask yourself why you feel so aligned with certain people and certain energies. So when you can gain a better understanding of your subconscious drivers, you can make more conscious choices about who you hitch your cart to, who you join forces with for a successful relationship. So be wary of not being able to explain what it is about someone, especially if like everything about them logically or on paper is wrong for you. If you can't name, let's say you can't name qualities that you respect about them, it's just something, that's kind of a trauma bond red flag from what I've been researching. So it's just something to be mindful of. You should be able to kind of point out what it is you like about that person. And then if it's mysterious, that's kind of something to look at. So your affirmation for August is, I am deserving of respect, love, and happiness. I give respect, love, and happiness to beautiful Sagittarius. There's a lot of shifts and change, a lot of leveling up. So just, yeah, there's a lot to be aware of as well. But if you can spot all these opportunities, you have a great chance to improve a lot of things. So hope that helps, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.